Have you ever walked past an old, abandoned hospital and felt a chill run down your spine? It's like the walls themselves remember the pain and fear of everyone who ever passed through their doors. Tonight, we're going to step inside one of those places. A place known not for healing, but for the chilling tales that have seeped into its very foundation. This isn't just any hospital. This is St. Jude's, a sanatorium that closed its doors decades ago, but never truly emptied. Our first story comes from a group of urban explorers who broke into St. Jude's last summer. Armed with flashlights and cameras, they ventured into the children's ward. The air was heavy and cold, and the only sounds were their own footsteps on the dusty floor. As they explored a playroom, a small, brightly colored ball that had been sitting motionless in a corner suddenly rolled across the floor and stopped right at one of their feet. They froze. There was no wind, no slope in the floor. They tried to laugh it off, thinking it was just their nerves. But then, they heard it, the faint, unmistakable sound of a child giggling, echoing from the far end of the dark hallway. They didn't wait to investigate. They ran and never looked back. Next, we hear from a former security guard who patrolled the grounds of the abandoned hospital. His name is Frank, and he worked the night shift for 3 long years. He says the strangest things always happened on the 3rd floor, the old surgical wing. One night, while doing his rounds, he heard what sounded like a gurney with a squeaky wheel being pushed down the main corridor. He called out, thinking it was a trespasser, but the sound just stopped. As he cautiously walked down the hall, flashlight beam cutting through the darkness, he saw it. At the very end of the corridor, a set of elevator doors, which had been without power for over 20 years, slowly slid open, revealing an empty, black shaft. Just as quickly, they slid shut. Frank said he could feel eyes on him from every dark doorway. The feeling of being watched by unseen patients. He quit the next day. Perhaps the most unsettling story is that of the lady in white. Many locals who have dared to venture near St. Jude's at night claim to have seen her. She is said to be the ghost of a nurse who worked at the hospital in the 1940s. The legend says she roams the grounds, forever searching for a patient she couldn't save. A photographer hoping to capture evidence of the paranormal set up his camera near the main entrance one moonless night. He didn't see anything with his own eyes, but when he reviewed his footage, his blood ran cold. For a split second, a translucent figure of a woman in an old-fashioned nurse's uniform could be seen standing in a top-floor window. Looking down at him, her face was said to be one of profound sadness. These are just a few of the whispers that escape the crumbling walls of St. Jude's Hospital. Are they just stories, tricks of the mind in a creepy old building? Or is something truly lingering there, trapped between the worlds of the living and the dead? Some places hold on to their memories, and St. Jude's seems to have more than its fair share. The next time you find yourself near an old, forgotten place, listen closely. You never know what stories it might have to tell. Thanks for joining me in the shadows tonight. If you enjoyed these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe for more journeys into the unknown. Stay safe out there.